Hello Aries, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wang. I'm doing your weekly psychic tarot reading, tuning into the week's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through for you. The most important messages, what you need to know this week, Aries. So, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. It's been amazing meeting so many of you in that one-on-one space. All right, Aries. In the past, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. This feels like a lack of growth, a lack of maturity. It's like I'm not learning anything new. And so it feels stagnant. It feels like I just keep circling the same arena. I want new information, but I'm not learning anything new. What's going on here? What does Aries need to know most? Okay. Okay. Aries, it looks like in the past it feels like you were more reactive, more in your emotions, didn't know how to work with your emotions, didn't know how maybe to regulate. Feels like emotions become very overwhelming. Like, how do I deal with these emotions? There's this desire to move forward. It's like you keep trying in the past to move forward, to overcome obstacles. I'm getting here, I mean, we're talking about swords and cups, head, heart. And I'm not learning anything new. I'm not seeing things from a different perspective. And I've got a lot of wounds that have me often very easily triggered. And so even though there's this desire to overcome obstacles and move forward, it feels like there's some changes that need to be made. Feels like part of what was keeping you stuck in the past was, oh, interesting, getting two different. It's like peace at any cost. So maybe that's part of the woundedness, like an inability to communicate when you're hurt. Instead, you react or you get wounded and you're very much in your emotions. And so I'm just going to never go, it's like I won't be in my emotions if I just accept everything. You see what I'm saying? It feels like a way of trying to deal with the overwhelm in emotions. Trying to keep the peace. This feels like in relationships. I'm just trying to keep the peace. I'm trying to keep my peace. But it feels like I can't really find it because I haven't really dealt with the woundedness and with these old ways of seeing things. Okay. Also, there's someone in the past in your energy who is very deceptive. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is making me very stressed out, this energy. They're very deceptive. Feels like if you bring up the difficulties and the wounding that you have, I don't like this. Don't like this energy at all, because as I'm perceiving your energy in the past, whenever this is, you need some help. This is a period of time where you were wounded, and it was a lack of clarity of what's going on, and it feels like someone took advantage of your woundedness. I feel like in the past here, when I'm tuning in, you might have had like PTSD or CPTSD, some unhealed wounds, some unhealed traumas. You're doing really well overcoming obstacles despite this trauma, except in this connection, it feels like this person takes advantage of your woundedness to hide in the blind spots. They're not putting in any work into this connection, any effort. It feels like, jeez, oh my God. Okay, yeah. I'm frustrated. I'm resentful. I'm angry. I'm angry. I feel like you might have even hidden this rage and anger from yourself. And this person definitely projects their anger, their resentment onto you. It feels like they hold you responsible for the connection, even though every connection is 50-50. It takes two. They don't work on the connection. It feels like they put all of that onto you. It feels like shortly after this connection got underway, you spent the entire relationship mourning the loss of the relationship while you're in the relationship, because for some of you, this is someone very narcissistic. So you enjoyed the love bombing phase, and then you spent the entire rest of the connection saying, why can't you behave like you did when we first were together? Why? It's like diminishing. It's like the relationship was so wonderful in that love bombing phase, but then they just took their energy away. They took their care away. It feels like it's very deceptive. It feels like this person withholds communication, withholds energy and affection. And so it's like the entire relationship, you're in mourning. And part of why this is sneaky is this person who it feels like you just gave so much of your love and attention and affection to from a wounded space. And it feels like this person was behind your back telling everybody else like they weren't supportive. It feels like they're blaming you for everything. And triangulating. They wanted to, it's like they're a victim of you while you're still in the connection in the past. Possible third party. It feels like there's some type of interference. This person is very shallow, and they're very concerned with how they appear to others. Their storyline, their ego is all that matters to them. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Aries. In present energy, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. This is ending a very painful cycle. There's a lot of betrayal. It feels like you're realizing a lot of those hurtful beliefs that have blocked. Ooh, there's a bunch coming in. Okay, beliefs You're letting go of beliefs that keep you in hurtful situations, and you're making a new start. You're taking a leap of faith, ending this very painful cycle and heading towards a new beginning. Wow. Anything else that Aries needs to know in the present energy? What are the most important messages that Aries needs to know? Okay, something's going on at work with whoever you were connected with in the past. This feels like their energy, or this could be a bad boss. This could be someone else who's also very manipulative, controlling, demanding. They need things to go their way. They lack self-control. Why is that coming up? They control their environment, or they do their best to control the storyline about them. They're trying to control people in their environment instead of learning how to control themselves. This is someone very entitled. Sorry, once I get the readings going, the energy starts heating up. Okay. This feels like at work, or in regards to work, I get the feeling that people don't want to work with this person, whoever this is, whether this is the same person you were in a relationship with, or if this is a boss that you're currently having to deal with, or both. There's a lack of passion, a lack of action. Oh, I recognize, let's see what these are. This came through earlier today, this picture that I'm going to describe for you here. This is someone who emulates. They try to match and mirror people's energy so they can seem like that they embody qualities that they like about others. But this person has never really done the real work of cultivating in a real, authentic way, those abilities. They just kind of emulate and pretend and kind of mask what they perceive others that they look up to, what they're doing. So there's not, this person feels very shallow. And I'm getting even that in the current state of affairs, and with more people becoming more authentic, more conscious, that's where the evolutionary energies are moving. It's away from I'm strong so I get to be the boss, and power, like power grabs and toxic masculinity, patriarchy type of energy, I guess. This person is scrambling and feeling fearful because more and more people are able to see them realistically. The more people heal themselves and become more conscious and real, not just worried about how they're appearing to others, but really becoming themselves, then they're able to see this person, where in the past, when people were more unconscious, it was easier to hide. And this is a very covert person, but it feels like it's getting harder and harder for this person to hide. All right, so you're ending a difficult cycle. setting out in a new direction, taking a leap of faith, and you're having a lot of success. It feels very public. There's some aspect about what's going on in your life right now, excuse me, that's very public. You have definitely, feels like you have seen things. You have been put in positions where you were finally able to see what was going on, have some enlightenment. And it feels like you're seeing people, that's what this is. You're seeing people as they are and not how you would want them to be. In the past, it feels like, I want you to fill this role and this role, and I'm so disappointed, and why aren't you showing up the way I need you to show up? And instead, in present energy, you're just like, oh, so that's who you are. Okay. You know what I mean? The difference there? It feels like in this current energy, someone's coming in with a lot of communication, and it's communication from their wound. It's like their mother wound is speaking. What are these messages? What does Aries need to know most? Okay, so if someone is coming at you, it feels like because you are having success and seeing things more clearly, you feel like you've leveled up, that someone's speaking, it feels like they want to take you down. They want to take you down a couple notches. Feels like whoever is embodying this, they feel like this has worked in the past. Yes, in the past you were in your emotions a lot and overwhelmed by emotions. And it feels like a tactic that people used in the past was to get you in your emotions. If you perceived something about them or their behavior, or something was going wrong, or you wanted to discuss something about their crappy behavior, they know just what to say to poke at some wounds of yours. And then you're in your emotions and can't think and are overwhelmed, and then they can hide their deplorable behavior in your overwhelm. In this present energy, it doesn't feel like that's working. It feels like you're just watching it. And they're trying to hit those wounds, those emotional wounds. And instead of being wounded, you're just like, this says a lot about you. Just watching this person, the lack of effect. It's kind of like I'm seeing Neo in the Matrix at the end of the first one, when he's just like observing the bullets going by. They don't cause fear. It's just he's able to dodge them. They just don't have an effect on him anymore. And I feel like you've done so much healing. This is such validation. If this is resonating, you've done a lot of healing to get to this point. So this person is trying to knock you off your block, trying to take you down a couple notches, trying to get you back into line, getting overwhelmed. And it's just not working because you've got a solid foundation. Way to go, Aries. All right, what's hidden is Six of Cups. Nostalgia, thinking about the past. What does Aries need to know about the Six of Cups? Okay, these are childhood wounds. It looks like you've had to make, maybe like go no contact, cut people off. People might be perceiving you as icy because it doesn't even feel like you want to communicate, because there's this realization that it's never going to change. They're not going to change. It's a waste of my energy to constantly ask someone to see me who can't or refuses to see me. Does it matter which it is? And it feels like just giving them your attention is a waste of time. There are a lot of emotions, wounds in your past, a lot of big emotions. You might be feeling them not only because the holidays, but the full moon. Really feeling these emotions, feeling the hurt of them, and that's okay. Like you've got to feel it to heal it. So can you feel somatically where these emotions, these wounds are in your body, and let go of the storyline and just feel those emotions. Allow those emotions to be there. Create enough space. Can you imagine enough space that it's okay to feel these big emotions? Not trying to get rid of them, not trying to suppress them, but just feeling them without attaching any storyline to them or attaching like ownership or blame or victim. And then for extra credit, you can, what did you learn? Did you learn anything from, what's the takeaway? What's the wisdom? That's it. So we talk a lot about, wounds, trauma, shadow work. What people don't talk a lot about is the wisdom on the other side of healing. And it feels like that's what's hidden, is you are learning a lot about yourself, a lot about choices you can make. You're releasing beliefs that no longer serve you, and you're releasing people and situations that no longer serve you as well. All right, Aries, possible outcome is the 5 of Cups. This is, again, emotions. In your emotions, grieving. It feels like I'm grieving the version of me that would have happened had I had not had these wounds. The version of me had I made different choices. The version of me had I had different experiences. It feels like you're letting go of timelines that you cannot access. Timelines that will never be. You've got the wheel on your side. Things are turning. Feels like you're going through. There are timelines you're not accepting. Wow, you're done with. Ooh, you're done with timelines around heartbreak. Around, especially, this feels with the 3 of Swords, purposeful. Now, in the past energy, I was like, there could be a third party, but I wasn't sure. And maybe you are as well. And maybe it's not like third party, an affair type of thing. It could be someone who allows other people to come into the connection, into the relationship, caring more about how the family or how their friends think about, perceive them, instead of being in a connection with someone. But it looks like you are definitely in your emotions and working through a lot of grief. But it does look, by doing this, you're turning the wheel. You're letting go of karmic patterns. You're letting go of toxic patterns. You're letting go of what no longer serves you. And what no longer serves you is, I'm not going to allow, I love myself, and I'm not going to allow someone to betray me. I'm not going to betray my own heart. Let's start there. I'm not going to let someone not worthy of my time and my energy in. Ooh. Feels like someone's rubbing something in. Feels like someone wants you to see. This might just be for a couple of you. This feels like whoever this person was in your past and in your present energy, it feels like they're trying to rub it in that there was someone else. It feels like they're trying to make you jealous. It feels like in the past that woundedness would get you very overwhelmed. Yeah. They're just, it feels like they're toxic. You might want to look at codependency, addiction. Are you addicted to this connection? Getting a dopamine hit off of this person? Could be trauma bonds as well. This is a general reading, so all right, Aries, that's your reading. I hope that's helpful. Take care. Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button and follow, subscribe if you haven't already. See you next week.